Alright. Alright, I've just finished watching the Raw for the final in Pokemon. And if you want any spoilers until my review, which will come out tomorrow when the subs come out, hang on till then, watch the episode, and then come back and maybe see my reaction. But, right, so from now on, spoilers. He did it again. He lost. He lost. He was so close though. That fight with Charizard at the end was it was phenomenal. It was such a good fight. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I really thought he could do it this time, but I guess not. But I got before I go into the Charizard and Greninja stuff, I've really got to commend Pikachu. Pikachu put in the work in the final. He beat a Tyranitar, he beat a Metagross, and he went at it with Charizard. He was damaged. He was to the point of falling over, but he still put in the work and put a reasonable amount of damage on it. I really thought after last episode when he did the quick attack and then the Thunderbolt on the Charizard that was going to be the edge Ash needed, and that what Pikachu did to Charizard weakened him enough for Greninja to come in and get the defeat on Charizard. But unfortunately it didn't work out like that. Goodra, the fight was good, but unfortunately Goodra lost again. In the semi-final he knocked himself out. It was a draw, and in this one he unfortunately lost. But fair enough. Like Goodra is a really good Pokemon, which Ash has, but I think he was just a bit unfortunate in this Pokemon League. But that Greninja fight at the end, it's not as good as the Greninja against Sceptile, but if you want tension, if you want a fight that gets you right on the edge of your seat, you need to see this fight because it was really well done. It was really tense. To show how much tension this fight has, it's the first time that I can think of off the top of my head that he transforms into Ash Greninja without the theme song playing. And it's literally just this orchestrated song that really builds up to make things really dramatic. And you know this is the last fight of the Pokemon League. And I thought that was really, really, really good. And after that, when they just start going in, it was just so dramatic and so tense. I'm just gutted because I really thought Ash could do it this time. But to be fair, he gave it his all, and it's not like he just got totally done over. Like he actually went for it, and you can see that Alan is he's slightly better than Ash, and his Mega Charizard's a little bit stronger than his Greninja. We're talking about the end of the episode. Alarm wins, and then it goes into which is going to be this little Zygarde arc where Team Flare have started to attack the city, and it's what it's been built up since the start of X, Y, and Z, and that's going to be interesting because Alan he's working with Team Flare. He's not a part of Team Flare, but he's working with them to save the Chespin that is in a coma right now. He just doesn't want to let, so he's working with Team Flare. So it's be interesting because by the look of the preview, he's with Ash. So it'd be interesting to see if they will have another fight and maybe Ash wins in this rematch. Because I can see him maybe joining Team Flare and maybe fighting Ash again, because this the little girl who's with him means everything to Alan, and the fact that he wants to save, he left purely because her Chespin got hurt. So, and he's getting all this Mega Evolution energy. If I remember it right, he's getting all this Mega Evolution energy to help save the Chespin. So if they use that against Alan, then I can really see him maybe turning on Ash. But by the looks of the preview, they're working together, and there is an image of Ash knocked out. So I'm wondering if there might be a switch at some point and Alan turns on Ash. But that's all going to be interesting, and I'm definitely going to review these over the next couple of weeks to see how this arc goes, because it is actually really interesting. Because Zygarde's one of those Pokemon that, and with X and Y, you don't know anything about him. The games, you don't know anything about him. He's the third of the trio. It's similar to how we didn't know much about Giratina, we didn't know much about Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, and we didn't know much about Kyurem. And then obviously we haven't had a game that really explains Zygarde as a Pokemon. Like, we had Platinum, we had Emerald, and we had Black and White 2 that explain these third characters, but Zygarde is kind of been left with the next generation of games coming out. So he's a mystery. So the anime is really diving into what Zygarde is, and that's very interesting, and I can't wait for that to get fleshed out a bit more. So I do want to see how that develops over the next couple of episodes. But going back to the final, it's one of the best. It's very, very well done. The 2 episodes that cover the final, like I said, Pikachu goes in. The Talonflame and Unifezant fight was great as well. And literally every fight was good. Like, there isn't a bad fight in this final. It's obviously type advantage in some Pokemon every year. That's normal in the Pokemon anime. So obviously Greninja should, in theory, with type differences, should have beat Charizard easy, especially with that Shuriken at the end. But you got to remember, in the anime, it doesn't work like that. It's more of the what Pokemon's stronger than the other, really. And but I thought the fight was just phenomenal, and I thought it was it's literally up there with one of the best matches when Ash actually gets knocked out. I still reckon the fight with Sawyer was probably the better fight overall, but this fight literally is. I'm not disappointed in it at all. I'm a bit disappointed that Ash lost because I really wanted him to win, but it's but it was like, I was satisfied with it. There was nothing for me saying, oh, Ash should have won, like, because Alan was just the better trainer. I did like the tactic of Ash getting Gudra to use Rain Dance to power up Greninja's moves later on. I thought that was really well done. And that's the thing, Ash as a trainer is very tactical, but you won't see how his like, you don't see until initially you won't know what he's doing, and you obviously throughout the battle it progresses. Oh, that's why he used that move. Ash, like, he is a very good trainer, especially in XY and Z. He's gotten better and better as a trainer. So it's a pity, because the reason it's so gutting that he lost is because Sun and Moon looks like they don't have a Pokemon League. So if Ash goes over to the new region, I'm wondering what they'd replace it with. Like, they'll have some sort of league, but will it be similar to the Orange Islands, or would it be? It's up in the air. So it would have been nice for Ash to get a win and then go over to this new region, but unfortunately that's not the case. And I'm wondering if they're doing that purely because they think if Ash wins the league, that's it. When it isn't, like, because you go and challenge the Elite Four afterwards. So he could have got a win, then got knocked down Elite Four until he gets champion. He's not going to be a Pokemon Master because he won the league. So he could have carried on as a character. But I'm wondering if they do think that if Ash wins, that's it for his character. So the time he does win the league will be when Ash ends as the character. Which I disagree with, but that might be what the animators are going for. But overall, these are my quick thoughts. Overall, I'm gutted. It's a great episode, really good, worth checking out. But I am gutted Ash lost. I really thought he was going to do it this time, but nah, he didn't. No. But anyway, that's it for my initial thoughts. I will do a proper review of the episode tomorrow, or when the subs comes out. The subs come out a bit late sometimes, so they'll either come out the day after it comes out, or maybe on the Saturday. So whenever the subs come out, I'll do a review. But until then, yeah, I hope you enjoy my other videos, and I'll see you next time. Alright, cheers, bye.